Hello, Matt here. In today's episode, we continue to work on my T4 TDI swap. And this is where we are right now. If you don't know the story, this is a 1Z Golf 3 TDI engine. Everything you see here is either a diesel van, so not a TDI van, diesel van, or Golf TDI. The main idea was to swap in everything we can from Golf and make it work without spending extra money on T4 parts. I still need to make a mount for the intercooler. This is where it will live. It won't have enough flow probably, but yeah, this is not a highly tuned engine, so not really that important. This is how we managed to fit the filter. I still need to mount it in, but yeah, this is where it will live. It does work like that. This is where we plug the muff sensor. Oh, let me just plug this in. Either way, this will work. We have the ECU mounted here. Yeah, it kind of looks okay. It looks pretty tidy. Mostly works. Now, main thing I haven't done yet, wiring for the headlights. We have some wires running here, and yeah, we'll have to combine that from the van with this wiring loop from Golf. And what really keeps me from driving right now is this. This is a throttle potentiometer, or whatever you call it. Now this is a bracket I pulled out from Golf. It was only held in by this nut here and these two locating pins, but the shape and size of this does not align with what I need, so I'll have to modify it, but at least I have the upper part which will work. And I also have the pedal from Golf, which again does not work completely as I need it, but I can cut it off and weld the upper piece to my pedal, which I already have here. I'll start playing with that, and once I have the game plan, I'll show you what we did. The bracket is now cut into pieces. And now I will just weld it like something like that. Actually, I will weld it in, and then I'll show you the plan. That's the bracket. Actually, I messed it up on what I actually wanted to do, but wanted to weld this piece on top of this one and not in line, but whatever. This is how it will live. Since I'm shortening this end of the pedal anyways, doesn't matter. Now what I'll do is bolt this in, and then I'll see how much I need to actually shorten the pedal. And now I have a mount for the throttle position. Whatever this is called actually. It's bolted, it's sturdy. Let's bolt this in now. Alrighty then, now we have it. And just to see if it works like a charm. Now we only need to fit the pedal in, so it's here where it needs to be. And this will all work. Alright, I have the pedal in the position I want it. It's been shortened. This has been cut off the Golf pedal. No room to work. This has been cut off the Golf pedal. So still need to shorten it a tiny bit. And like here somewhere is where I'll weld it in. And it should be basically perfect. I have this stacked in place now, but it's not good because you can see the angles misaligned. I'll try and bend it a bit, then weld it in. Lengthwise and throw-wise, it's perfect. So let's try and bend it a bit, put it in, and I also don't know where something's missing here. Something goes on here, and I don't know what, so I need to find that. It's done. Throttle pedal is done. Let's put it in place. I've actually bent it a bit too far now. But does it work? Yes, it does. And that's the important part. And as I said, I need to find whatever needs to go here. I have the adjustment as was on the original Golf. So that's good. And yeah, it would be awesome if I know where I put this clip. And I don't, because I'm a dumbass. But here you have it. Give me a few moments so I can work this all out, and then I'll show you for real. Now I still don't know where this rubber thing or whatever needs to go up here is, but whatever. Anyways, throttle position, throttle, everything is like beautiful. I mean, look at this. That's full throttle, so basically all the way to the floor, and I can even heel toe right now. Let's try and turn the car on and see if everything works. And yes, it does work, and I'm very happy fellow for that. As I said, I need to find the bushing that goes over there, and throttle pedal is done. Now we need, well, we'll be switching over the sump. I'll take the sump off and put the original one in, see if oil pickup is different. I'll do that. I need to do the exhaust, and I need to do the intercooler mount, and this swap is done. But at least now I have a freaking throttle. That's very nice. Okay, let's go on with this. Got it off the Golf. So yeah, left some meat to work with. I think I'll need to cut it here or here. We'll see. But first, let's bolt it onto the turbo. And yeah, let's build this downpipe. Not even close. This is falling on the chassis, so I'll cut it off here now and see if I can fit it like that. Still no good, because it's basically placing the exhaust upwards, so I'll probably need to cut it right here, but for now I'll cut it here and see where it goes. Now it is bolted in and it's facing upwards, as I said, so yes, I will probably have to cut it somewhere around here. But before that, I'll just cut this off right here, and then we'll see how this exhaust looks inside, and I'll try to figure this all out. So this is what we have right now. This is where this wants to live, somewhere like that, and that means I'll need to rethink this whole situation. We'll have to get this over there and then down, or actually cut this off, rotate it here. So I need to take this off. Actually, I need to figure it out where it wants to live exactly, and then we'll play with it. And there's no space for filming it, so I'll show you once we figure it out. So now we went for a complete rethink of situation, because we could not get it to work, so we have to cut this off. This is now completely off, and I've cut most of the downpipe here, and welded the part we cut off from there in it, so I have a downward span, and somehow like this it should now work, but not here, something like that. It should be something like that. So now I have this exiting where I want it, so let's get it under the steering wheel column and over the rack, and then back out there. So this is where we need to cut it, like this. We'll do that, and then it hopefully will fit, or will be closed. Let's do it. Now it's measured, it should fit, so let's try and put it in. It's only tacked in place, still not welded, except this part here. This one is welded. Also should get new gloves. Well, almost. It's a bit too low. Let me get under the van and show you from down there. You'll see a bit better. We are close. We are really close. This needs to be rotated. It needs to go up, down a bit, and towards the back, but not much. But unfortunately, it's touching on the. It needs to go up a bit more. So we'll shorten it tiny bit more, pull it up tiny bit more, and try to rotate it just so we can get this like here. Even though I can actually cut this off and weld the piece, mold it differently. And I would love to have connection piece right here, because as you saw it was all welded in. But yeah, slowly getting there. Let's take it off and modify just that tiny bit more and get it to work. It's all welded in, it's all good. Now some temperature resistant spray to keep the corrosion in check. It should work fine. This spray is, paint spray is shit. As you can see, it's leaking and it's crappy. Ah, whatever. Oh, that's a good way to fuck everything up. Look at this. It's broken. It's broken. But yeah, we have a downpipe which should work. Let's put it on a car. No, actually, let's let it dry. Go get something to eat, let it dry, and then put it on a car. Here we are. We are done. Not perfect, but it will work.
Too soon, Junior.
So we have enough room here. It's a bit tight, but there's enough room. We should have rotated a bit more so it goes down a bit more, but now it's over. At least we have enough room right here and right here where it was touching the first time. But yeah, hopefully it won't bump on it. We should have put more angle in it, but whatever. But then it was touching here. I don't know. I mean, I know where we went wrong, but it's over now. So we'll have to make do with what we've got. Let's smoke him up, Johnny. And as you've probably heard it, no, it's not good. It's too high touching, and yeah, it won't work. So I'll have to redo it. Let's do it one more time, because I thought this would be an easy job. Just cut something off, weld something other in, but it's turned into a freaking full fabrication job right now, and I wasn't prepared for that, and now I'm fucking hurrying and making mistakes. I don't know. If I cut it too much here, I know what I'll do. Let me show you. Take two, I've cut it off, bent it as it should be. Now let's try it. It's just stacked in. Let's see what it says. But yeah, this is really turning into a fucked up fabrication job, which annoys me at this point, because I'm using stuff that I already have. I'm not doing it from scratch, and it's a pain. Alright, you've seen what I've done. Now it fits better. As you can see, now we have quite a bit more space here. Finger gap. Quite a bit less space here, but still almost a finger gap. And this one is to the mount. Actually, it's in the middle of everything now. And if it fucking touches now, I'm gonna kill someone.
And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Smoke him up, Johnny, take two. Now that's it. I need to take it out. I need to weld it all in. I need to swap the freaking sumps, and then this car is good to drive. Actually, I do need to make exhaust out of all this mess, but yeah, this will wait until I fix rust issues. Alright, this is the next job in our engine swap project. We need to swap the oil sumps. Now, if you've seen the video where we swapped the engines were always on the floor, so I could not do the sump swap. But you do need to do it, because with Golf sump, oil drain is too high, you cannot drain the oil, and the oil is, well, it does not work as it should. So make sure to swap the sump, and of course, also make sure to swap oil pickups, because this is the van one, this is the Golf one, and you can see they pick up on the different locations. So we need to clean this off. No, now I know why oil pressure wasn't good enough, but whatever. We need to clean this up a little more, put it in. This one we don't need anymore. And then put this sump on, and that's the engine done. This is now on. We just put the sump back on. Don't tell anyone, but I'm reusing the gasket, so there will be a lot of leaks, but I forgot to buy the gasket, and yeah, it's Sunday, so I cannot buy it right now. Either way, don't do that, but I will. And let's put the sump on with the old gasket and be done with it for now. Then we'll change it in a few days.
One eternity later.
Right, sump is on, not leaking at the moment. Hopefully it won't leak later on. Probably will, I don't care. Change it again. It's a quick and easy job. Yeah. And we have new oil, new filter. So yeah, that's done. And now we switch over to the exhaust. So where we left off was, you saw the exhaust there, then I checked it out, and turns out everything was shit. So yeah, now it's in pieces. We'll only be using this muffler. I will be using parts of the Fiji exhaust. This is the same diameter, and yes, this way I will have a clamp to put on, so I can remove the exhaust in two pieces. Now we'll weld this into place. I just need to find the best orientation, mark it, and tack it in, check it out, weld it in. And the downpipe is done. Then we'll have this connecting point, and we can build the exhaust from here onwards. But yeah, this will then work as a downpipe, and it will be perfect. Here we have it. One TDI T4 Doka downpipe ready to go on the vehicle. Once it's up there, all we need to do is make the rest of the exhaust, but that, as I mentioned, after we sort out the rust. So for now, we'll put this on. And actually, since the swap is now done, let me take you for a drive. All right, let's see if it works. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. TDI swapped T4 Doka. So once again, what we have: Golf intake, Golf ECU, Golf engine, all the hoses, everything is Golf. DIY, as you just saw, downpipe. We need to make the exhaust. We need to make the intercooler mount, but it does work for now. This is where it will live. It's okay. The car pulls. cheap, effective. As I said, main thing, it works. And well, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a like, share it, subscribe. Everything helps with the algorithm. And as I always say, the bigger the channel, the bigger the projects. Again, this is a cheap one, made basically from scraps. We've spent 300 euros on golf, and all other parts are either golf or this van. Nothing extra was bought. Actually, I did use the coupler from the BMW, but again, that's an old exhaust junk which I had laying around. Well, of course, you have to DIY the pedal, you have to DIY the exhaust, you have to DIY a bunch of shit, but it can be made to work. And with that, thank you for watching, and as always, I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!